Hi everybody, it's Shelby. So welcome back to another video with me. Today I'm going to be taking you through a little easy stretch routine. I think it's a consensus that a lot of us are feeling a lot of stress in our shoulders, neck, especially if we're at our computers or on our phones a lot. That's very normal to feel that way, but hopefully we can work that out a little bit. Okay, so I do ask if you could grab a dish towel. Any towel will do. This is about the length of mine. You can also use like a beach towel if you want something a little bit longer. All right, this is gonna help us stretch our legs a little bit. So we're gonna find our way onto the mat. Other than that, you just need your body. So I'm gonna lie all the way down onto my back. I've got Brooks here with me today, so if he walks into the frame, then you'll know who that is. All right, so just taking a lying down position here. God, oh, it just feels good to lie down on a flat surface. Just take a couple deep breaths. You can even place your hands onto your belly. If having the legs completely straight is not comfortable, you can always bend your knees a little. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Last time. And then hug those knees into your chest. Go ahead and give yourself a big hug here. Slight rocking from side to side. You can always just hold it in the center if you want to just focus on the hugging. Just hugging those knees in. Maybe you curl your head up. Getting yourself into this tight little ball here. And then lower your head down. Now place one hand on top of each shin and make circles with the knees. So circling those knees in, opening up, and bringing those legs back together. Good, so you can keep this really shallow, just circling the knees like that, or you can get a little bit more intense by lifting that tailbone up as you pull the knees in. Good, let's go ahead and reverse whatever variation you're doing. Good, just breathe. Maybe take a moment to close the eyes, letting yourself just relax into this stretch, into this video. Don't have to think too much about what you're doing. Good, let's go to 2 more. Last time. Good, and rest. Go ahead and open those arms out to the sides into a T shape, and then place your feet down to the mat. Feet are flat. I want you to rotate, let the knees shift to the left, come back up, shift to the right. So the very gentle lower back stretch. For some, this could be very intense. So just monitor the range of motion. If it's too much, just go a little bit. No problem. Even though I just told you not to think too much, I do want you really tuning into your body, your sensations. So if you find that your body is saying, oh, nope, that's too much, please listen to it. Our body gives us a lot of cues as to what it needs if we were just to tune into and listen. All right, let's do 1 more each side. Very good. All right, now from here, hug those knees in. I'm going to rock the shape up, and let's go into a little bit of rolling like a ball here. Okay, so I'm going to lift my feet up, hands on top of the shins. I want to show you a couple different hand placements. A little bit more beginner, you would place your hands behind your thighs, so where your hamstrings are. A little bit more intermediate, your hands are going to be on your shins. Either way, I'm just going to pull my hair to the side. Either way, I want you getting really round. Rock back and come back up. You've got it. Good, so we're just rolling back and forth. There you go. Keeping yourself round. Hard to talk while doing this. Let's do 3 more. Massaging out the spine. 1 more time. Hold the lift and then scoot back a little bit. All right, from here, we're gonna straighten those legs out long. Reach toward the toes, head is heavy. You might be reaching about here, okay? You might have legs bent, that's all right. We're really just working to stretch the back and the legs. So wherever you can reach, that's perfectly fine. Also, a little tool, we can use this towel here, grabbing each end, or a little bit more in the center, wrap around your feet, and pull. So again, no matter how flexible you are, you should be able to reach about here. If you need a longer towel, like a beach towel, you can always use that. Just work on stretching. Again, whatever range of motion you're at, however far away, that's fine. Let's point the toes and flex the heels. Good, point and flex. So I just have a light grip on the towel, nothing too crazy. 2 and 1. Go ahead and flex the toes back, continue stretching, and come back up. Very good. From here, bringing the soles of the feet together. I'm just going to face you guys. Bring the soles of the feet together. My hips are quite tight, to be honest, so your knees might kind of fall down toward the mat. All right, just kind of resting here. You can even do a gentle rock from side to side. I'm not pushing my knees down by any means. I'm just letting those hips kind of rock side to side. Deep breaths. Maybe you close your eyes. Now another option is moving your feet forward a little bit, which feels kind of good for me because I'm able to let those knees go down a little bit more. There's Bricks. Just relax. If it were his choice, he'd be standing right in front of me, blocking the camera. Tried to do that earlier. He's sweet. Just relax here. Good. Now I want you to reach forward. Head is heavy. Get this stretch here. Try to relax the neck muscles a little bit. Very good. All right, going into hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Going into a little bit of cat-cow here. So you're going to round your spine and then arch your back. Look forward. Again, round and arch. 3 more. Good, 2. One more time. Now stay in this neutral spine, somewhat flat back, and let the hips just shift from side to side. You should feel a little bit of a stretch in the side body. Just kind of almost doing like a side crunch, if that makes any sense. Just shifting those hips from side to side. You can make it a little bit more wave-like if you want to get a little bit more flow going. Shifting side to side. Should feel good. One more time each side. And relax. Let's go into a child's pose. Widening the knees. Before you do the child's pose, actually I changed my mind. Let's just work on opening those hips. So go ahead and let those knees fall away from the other and sit your hips back. Now this is going to look different for everybody, all right? Depending on your hip flexibility. Some people can do this super easily. Others, it's really challenging to get into this position. So really trying to honor wherever you're at and just letting those hips open here. I like to go down to the forearms. You can either rest your head into your hands or just kind of let yourself relax here. I feel a deep stretch on the inner thighs. Just kind of, you can also use your forearms to press back a little bit, kind of like you're doing a child's pose, but focusing more on the hip stretch. Two more deep breaths here. Now my feet are slightly separated. Your feet could be a little wider, they could be closer together. This just depends on what feels good to you. Now, I don't want to sit in that too long, lock out the hips. Now bring those knees a little bit closer together. They can still be wide. Toes are touching, feet are touching. Arms reach forward, forehead goes down to the mat. True child's pose here. Walk your hands over to the left, kind of sending your right hip back. Walk your hands over to the right, sending your left hip back. Come back up into center and all the way up. Very good. Let's go into a little bit of a stretch for the backs of your legs, IT band and inner thigh. So we're gonna roll all the way down to the mat. Okay, I want you to take your trusty dish towel or whatever it is, beach towel, and you're going to bring your right leg up. Ball of the right foot goes onto that dish towel. Now, for you, this might be challenging to do with the dish towel. It might not be long enough. If you need the beach towel, again, go ahead and grab it. All right. So I'm just focusing on flexing the toes back. I know it's hard for you to see my my toes, especially with the towel, but I'm flexing my toes back, trying to send energy out of the right heel. Good. Left leg is working into the midline, so it's not going out to the side by any means. It's just staying flat on the mat. And with each exhale, try to flex the toes deeper and send the leg a little bit closer toward your face. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Good, 2 more. Last time. Now, right hand is gripping the towel by itself. Left arm goes out to the side. With control, open the right leg out, maybe halfway down, if that, only to the point that you can maintain this left hip nice and relaxed into the mat. If it feels more comfortable just to let it kind of fall to the side, you can. I actually have this wall here I'm kind of putting my heel up against, which feels actually pretty good. So if you can get close to a wall and utilize the wall, you can do that. Otherwise, you can grip a little bit higher on that towel, a little bit closer to your hand. You should feel this inner thigh stretch here. It can be really intense, so maybe just go out a little bit and switch hands. We're getting our grip working here. I know I felt that grip. All right, so working the IT band, we're sit with the same leg. Cross the leg over the midline. Now you should feel the outer band of the thigh, your outer right thigh, really stretching here. Good, flexing your toes back again. Like I said, you can also use your right hand to kind of press your hip down for you. Oh, that makes a big difference. Just breathe. Two more. Last time. One more time back in the center. Let's take a final pull here. Really reaching that heel up to the ceiling. Take the foot out. Oh, that felt good. Let's do the other side. So to get the dish towel, I keep calling it, to get the towel on the ball of your foot, you can always bend your knee in. And by the way, I should have mentioned this on the other side. You can keep this other leg bent. If it's way too hard to keep that leg straight, bend it. Not a problem at all. Okay. Oh, man, this leg is a lot tighter for me, so just breathe. Again, remember, flexing the toes back, reaching energy out of the left heel. And by that, I just mean you're trying to send that heel up, keeping the toes flexed back. So really trying to stretch the leg straight if you can. Work on straightening the leg otherwise. I got dog hairs flying on me. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. I lied. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Now, left hand on only. Open the right arm out to the side and let the leg open to the side, keeping the right hip down. Again, very difficult to do that. You could always bend your knee. Just take 3 deep breaths. One more. Up to the center. Let's go to the other side. Right hand gripping on the towel. You know what I just did? I'm gripping in a different way. It kind of allows my hand not to slip. So I have basically one finger in between the 2 sides of the towel. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's also an option. Oh my goodness, this is so tight. Flex your toes back. Send that left hip down. Breathe. I know stretching can be so painful. You are not alone. It should be that kind of good pain though. So if you feel like you're pushing yourself to a limit where you're hurting yourself, please listen to your body. Don't do that. Really just try to work with that breath. Come back up, give it one final pull, and take that off. Good job. Let's go ahead and rock the shape up and come into center. Very good. My hair's getting a little bit crazy, so let me just fix this. I wish you could see Brooke. He is so adorable right now. All right, so let's take a Z-sit position. Your right leg is bent in front of you. Left knee is bent to the side. Now bring your hand onto your ankle. I realize the left and right can be a little confusing, so just kind of watching what I'm doing in the video. Hand down, arm that's closest to the leg that's bent to the side. Right arm up to the ceiling, reach up and over to the side. Sending that right hip down. Come back up, let's do the opposing stretch. Hand down, reach the left arm up. Now this opposite hip is pressing down into the mat. Other side. Up and over. Hand down, up and over, sending the left hip down. Good, keep going. Lengthening in that body. Side body, I should say. Good. Now I want you to stay over to the side. Twist your upper body down, little spinal twist. You might be a little bit further away. Reach it up and over. And let's do the other side. So switch your legs, all right? My right leg is to the side, left leg in front, hand down, right hand down. Reach the left arm up and over. This side feels very tight. Left hand down, right arm reaches up and over to the side. Good, right hand down, left arm reaches. Left hand down, stretch, send that hip down in opposition. One more time. Reach, now we twist. Really press away from the mat. Come all the way up. Good job. Coming to crisscross position in the center. If this isn't comfortable, you can always just stretch your legs long. All right, so I want you to grab your towel again, whatever towel you have. We're gonna use this for a little bit of straddle stretching. So we're gonna work the sides, each side at a time, and then do a full straddle stretch, okay? So I'm extending my right leg out to the side. Left knee is bent into the chest. Good. We don't need the towel just quite yet. There's bricks. All right, so I'm gonna place my arm that's closest to the straight leg down. Again, you might not be able to reach that, that's okay, maybe just work on that. And then stretching my top arm up and over so my chest is facing forward. Big side body stretch here. If you prefer to reach your arms straight, you can do that. Just breathe. I promise over time, flexibility improves, but it takes practice. You have to work on it. Otherwise, we just get tighter and tighter. All right, now twist your upper body down toward that leg. Now's where I want you to use this towel. Go ahead and hook the towel to the back of your foot. It can either go into the arch or the ball of your foot. That doesn't really matter too much. And I want you facing the leg. So your chest is trying to turn toward that leg, working this stretch here. Relax your head down if you can. Let's do 2 more breaths. I feel it right here. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Okay, so left leg extended, right knee is bent. Reach up and over. Again, this might be more like this, it might be more like that. That's okay. Try to not judge where you're at versus other people, because we're all different, we're all unique, and we all have our things that are more difficult for us. So for me, I have really tight hips, I have sensitive knees, I have certain things that you know, I have to modify or take alternatives for, and that's okay. It's all right. I feel this right here. So my chest is facing forward. Breathe. Now we're going to get this towel involved again. Hooking the towel behind your foot. Now go ahead and face that leg. So now my chest is facing the leg. Reaching and breathing. Let your neck muscles relax. Are we ready for the full straddle? Let's try it. Okay, so I'm gonna place this towel away. Don't know if we need it anymore. Extending both legs out to the side. I personally like to extend and then kind of move my butt forward. I'm able to kind of get a deeper stretch. My mat is kind of rolling, that's okay. All right, so just from here, you should feel that inner thigh stretch. If you want to reach forward, you can. If that is way too much, back off a bit. I mean, some people can go lying all the way down forward. If you're one of those people, great, do it. I can't show you. I'm way too tight for that. Just breathe. Two more deep breaths. Last time. Bring it up. Ooh, yeah, feels good. Okay. Go ahead and bring yourself to a crisscross position. If that's not comfortable, you can straighten your legs out in front of you. You can sit on a pillow if that feels better, or leaning your back up against something if that feels better for you. All right. So we're gonna place one hand on top of the other on your chest. Now, if you have a t-shirt or a shirt that's covering your chest, try to find a way to get the skin, just because that's going to make a little bit of a difference in the stretch. So just placing hands here. There's a slight pull down, but that's really just from gravity. So don't pull down actively too much. Just kind of let gravity pull down for you. Okay. Now let your head tilt to the right. Just let it fall. There's really not much for you to do actively. Just turn your head like you're trying to touch your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring your head back up into center and the other side. Deep breaths. Breathing is your friend here. Let the shoulders fall. Back into center, other side. Let's go ahead and switch the hands. So bring the opposite hand on top, whichever one you had. Back up. We're just gonna do one more each side. Feel a stretch in your neck. Very good. You can gently turn. So I'm taking my opposite hand, opposite knee, and just opening it out, twisting. If you feel comfortable enough, you can kind of look back and then come back to center. Opposite hand, so right hand to the left knee. I'm bringing my left hand back behind me a little, look to the back. And center. Let's do that one more time each side. If it's too much on your neck, just look to the side. My neck can be a little iffy sometimes, so it's good to stretch it, but if you feel like you need to back off, do it. Very good. All right, I want to give you guys a really nice spinal twist here, so come onto your forearms, especially now that you're a little bit more warmed up. Forearms down, you're lying all the way down on the mat. Lift up and just enjoy this little, I think this is cobra in yoga. Sorry if it's not exactly, I'm not a yogi, so sorry if that's not the correct term. You're going to bring your right arm underneath you, lying on your right side. Bend your left knee into your chest. Open your right arm out to the side, looking toward that hand. Breathing into this stretch. Now your arm might be higher, it might be really easy to come down to the mat. Try to relax all these muscles here. Try to release the glutes. We tend to really tense them up in this position. Let's do one more breath. Come back up the same way you went down. Let's do the other side. So our little extension here. Left arm underneath your right. Bend your right knee into your chest. Open your right arm and look toward it. Two more breaths. Last time. Good. Come back into center. Let's take another child's pose. Now I'm going to give you the option to bring the knees together. Reach the arms forward and take the stretch like that. If it feels better to widen the knees, you can do that. Place one hand on top of the other, forehead onto your hands, and just rest like this. Slowly coming up. Let's end with a little bit of just deep breaths here, lying on your back. If you prefer to sit up, you can do that. Just think lying down would feel really relaxing. Okay, so I'm giving you a couple options. You can just keep your legs bent. You can do an open position like that, or you can have your legs straight. Up to you, whatever feels good. I'm going to do an open position just to give myself a little hip opener. All right, I want you to place your left hand on your belly, right hand on your heart. If that's not comfortable, both hands on the belly. Okay. It's actually a little bit more comfortable for me just to have my hands on my belly. Okay, so let's just take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Deeply inhaling, fill the belly. Exhale, feel your hands fall a little bit. Good, let's do 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing. Now feel free to make a little bit of noise as you exhale. So it's like inhale, exhale. Just let some of that energy out. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Thank you guys so much for doing this video with me. You can stay on your back or come up to a seated position. Take as long as you need in that little relaxing breath pose, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.